Hey everyone, Cynthia here. Finally making a video, and so I just wanted to show you a mini that I had made. I know I've been gone for a little bit, but I've actually been scrapping. I've just had a lot going on, and I appreciate the people who've been asking if I'm okay. And so anyway, here is a mini that I made. I had actually created it for the ladies who went to Tahoe with me, and then I made it into a kit, and they did their thing, and this is what I wound up doing with mine. So let me just fill you in a little bit on it. It is a rather fat book. Yeah, it's really chunky, I know. I'm really not too fond of super fat books, but it is what it is, and that's the way it turned out. On the spine, I have black burlap, and I did weave, this leather or pleather looking stuff through it. And I do have a charm holder. I just haven't put any charms on it yet. And so on my cover, I took and just, kind of made it a little more collagey, which is not what I often do. And this was for 2014. So this was a year and a half ago, right? I took and went and got a button and just kind of attached this button with this red pleather to kind of give the pop. And then my postcard says, "Thank you for joining me in Tahoe and making such wonderful memories with me." And it's addressed to the ladies who kind of came to Tahoe with me: Lauren, Alice, Kim, Tanya, and Lupe. And then it is opened, I have these charms here on here that really kind of just signify traveling, and then it's opened with a chain. Right? And then once it's opened, let me actually back out a little bit so you can see. Once it's opened, on this one side, I put in just kind of like a tag and some postcards and that kind of stuff in there from the trip. And then this guy opens up, and there's just two pictures there because I try to get as many pictures on the page. And then again, I use that little postcard idea, put on some stamps and whatever. On this side, made this on my Cricut. This is when they showed up, and there is a magnet there, and then it opens like this, okay? And on this side, I just have some pictures, and then on this side, I also have pictures, but then this is a tag that comes out, a rather large tag that comes out, and it actually shows them scrapbooking, and I put in journaling and whatnot, and that just kind of goes in there like that, right? And then the next page is, go over here. What I did is, this is the house, and then I saved these. These are, you get them when you go, like when Costco, they give you these little film strips, to kind of show you what your pictures are. I kept them, and I used them for little tags, and then journaling on each side as well. And then if you take these out, actually, we traditionally every year we watch Pride and Prejudice, right? And so another picture of Pride and Prejudice. And oh, this is when they showed up at the airport in Reno. And so that's the kind of the house. And I called this 2-page spread House Happenings. And then on this side, it's just those, already made clear things. And I kind of blinged it up a little bit on the inside, put some stuff, and just kind of talked a little bit more about it. And I used a lot of those so that I could get a lot of pictures in. The ladies were thrilled to see deer in the backyard. And so just some more pictures that I kind of bound into the 8x8 book. And then here we are now heading over to Sacramento in order to visit with my brother and and whatnot. And so these are some pictures that we took along the way. Old Town Auburn has a ton of antique shops, and so we went antiquing, and that was really a blast. All right. The reason that we had gone there is because I was a keynote speaker to a women's group at Calvary Newcastle, and it was on the book of Esther. And so the way I did this one is I actually put in here, this is just kind of like an afterthought, but this is the entire message of what I taught. So these were my notes on the message. And on the other side, on a disc, is the actual recording of the message that I gave on that day. All right. The message of Esther was that we are in a royal relationship with God. And so I made this little mini that opens, and you know, this was the message of it. And then these are just pictures that my friends took. And what I did was I made it, you know, like one of the pull, right? And so when you pull, each pictures that show gives more journaling for it. And so they really loved making that book. And then this is just a little side thing that I put in there because this is a card from the night that I was teaching, announcing that I was coming there. And this is, you know, my journaling on it, because you guys know I firmly believe in telling your story, not just through pictures, but through journaling as well. Then on this side, this was the day we went all the way around Lake Tahoe, and so these are just some pictures of Lake Tahoe. And then on this side, there's a mini book that I made, and I kind of kept it together with Velcro. And in it are just a whole, I mean, going around Lake Tahoe is a big, huge event, and so the whole entire book is filled with pictures and journaling of our day going around, just that one day of going around Lake Tahoe. And so at the very, very end, I had a pocket. I put a pocket because I had some leftover pictures that I couldn't, you know, get in there. There's me and another shot of me. And so these were just kind of leftover pictures that I wanted to get in there but didn't have room. And then even more so, I made these little tags and put them at the top of some pictures so that even behind the book is, you know, there's some more pictures. And that's Emerald Bay in Lake Tahoe. And so that's what that is. On this other side, I love this picture of my friend Tanya that I happened to catch. She was just laying out there in the sun and really was loving it. And so I just took this picture of her and then got a great shot of the hummingbird in the hummingbird feeder, right? And then more journaling behind it. And then I won't open all of this, but basically in here, what I do is each year I put on their beds when they're arriving a calendar, and it says it's a wow week. And it says what's going to be happening every day of the week, who's cooking, what we're going to be doing, what the weather is like, and they get a full size of it. So I kind of scaled this down. And then inside of this is all of the recipes, which I won't dig out. But women bring their recipes with them, and man, do we eat well. And that's just basically what I'm saying over here. And here's showing Alice cooking and whatnot. And so here is a flap and, you know, another one that comes out, just showing us in the back, hanging out and enjoying our time together and whatnot. Then on this side, this was a day that we went around the not around Donner Lake, but we hung out at Donner Lake, which is a great place for picnicking and stuff like that. And so this unties, and then you grab this, and it opens up like this, and it gives me a whole bunch more pictures, right? And then there's a tag in here for journaling, right? And this is just more of that same day out there. And there's a another tag that pulls out here and gives more pictures. And then this was, we went on a hike, and it was quite a hike. Was it a hike? We were running ahead of the hail. And so anyway, again, this is something with a lot of pictures in it. So the way I handled that is I just made this flip book, and I took these, you've seen me do this before, I cut them out of a dollar book, and then I adhered them here like this, and I was able to get a whole bunch of pictures in there, right, all the way through. And so, and then that ties back up. And then on this side is devotions. It's called devotions. Every day, me and the group, we would do our devotions before we started the day. And so on this one particular day, we went to the field at Squaw Valley. And so these are tags that of each individual who was there, you know, shots with some words on the back, like that. Oh, I got a journal on that one. And a guy came along and he took some pictures for us. And this was a shot I took of the Bible blowing in the wind. It really was, I just happened to have my camera in hand. And then this, I gave one of these to all of the ladies to put into their journal. These are the actual devotions that we did. So these are the words of each of the devotions that we did throughout the entire week. All right. And then it's just a shot of all of us, you know, at the same time. We didn't have many of those because everybody was always taking something. And then this is just like the tail end idea. So it's shots of a whole bunch of different pictures that are just kind of left over from, you know, here and there and everywhere. And it kind of leans out, you know, quite a bit like that. And then there's a whole bunch of pictures as well on the other side. And so that about sums it up. I really enjoyed making it. I'm a little slow with mini books. I don't make a ton of them. And this I made because of the ladies really enjoyed scrapbooking. And it's rather fat, and it took quite a bit to kind of bind it. But I'm happy to have it. And I'm sorry that I'm not somebody who can tell you what all the products are, because I buy products and I don't leave them in the packaging. But if you have any questions on how I did anything, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll do my best to answer. All right, you guys, God bless. Take care. Bye.